And right, our intro is just amazing, made by the lovely Din Studios. Hello,
Hi.
the rectification is back. Oh, I'm so glad. Right before
My
Gen Con.
lovely ladies. Sorry.
This is the energy that we're looking for, though, so it's fine. So, I think the only announcements we have are I will be at Gen Con next week on Thursday, where I will be on main stage playing with the Beyond the Realms cast from Dice Cream Sandwich, where I am every Monday. I'll be there all week until Monday, which is exciting. And the lovely Val is over at Calgary Comic Con and will be presenting on Sunday. If you are over in Canada and going to Calgary Comic Con and want to go meet the lovely Val, who is going to be incredible. I'm so proud. Any other announcements that anybody has?
It's gonna be great.
Anyone?
Nope, I'm boring.
We're just so proud of you guys.
Just like no,
Just
I'm
super supportive
bored.
of you.
You're not.
Way to go,
bored.
guys.
You're not bored. All right, perfect. Abby, anything from you in regards to the drawing board or anything there?
No, just on every Saturday for the rest of September. That's the only big news that we have going on over there. Just a lot of fun stuff.
Cool. Okay. All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure. So to quickly and briefly recap what happened our last session, since it's been a little while since we've played.
Oh, what happened?
What happened? Our lovely party, one of which who was slowly becoming encased and encompassed by some lovely blue crystals. Wonder who that was. Weird. How bizarre.
How bizarre.
Taking a lovely nap with some lovely visions of their god, friends, whatever you want to call Adonius. I was like,
It's complicated.
It's complicated. Taking a lovely nap and also feeling very trapped in their own mind and dream space. As for a second there was some panic and maybe some claustrophobia, as they had to figure out how to control the space that they were in before they were ultimately freed by the rest of the party, who was slowly chiseling them out of the blue rocks that they were being encased by, and eventually woken up. Coraline taking a very dramatic response of waking herself up by using a pair of scissors in her father's study to stab herself in the heart. And woke up very
letter
suddenly.
opener if we're gonna be less
leather opener. Sorry, not scissors. A leather opener.
Still.
And waking themselves up. The party waking up Coraline decided to delve a little further into the cave system that they found themselves in to be met with some very large crystalline spooters. Not even not large, but they appeared as small round balls of stone that two of our party members decided to not only poke but also squish, where they were briefly attacked by 12 different of these crystalline spiders, and decided to quickly flee before the mama spider came looking for them. You then fled outside and managed to make your way outside, but quickly found yourself no longer in the place that you left from, but instead across the country on the other side of the map, over in Mayberry, as for some reason it looks like you've been teleported or crossed streams with the Feywild, and now you reside here. We find ourselves currently in the Bard's Tale Tavern, where you had briefly had a conversation with the host of the inn, a small halfling named Ferric, as he asked Talus to stand because there seemed to be something a little off or missing from her person, and as she stood she realized that she was lacking a very distinct feature of which you have in Sunlight, which is her shadow. With a brief description of whether that normally happens when you're Fey touched, or if a deal has yet to be fully completed or bargained upon, a shadow is missing. Oh, thank you, Keith the Poetic Dude. But that was very nice of you. But Talus, in a little bit of shock as well as a slight rage towards Coraline for not informing her that this might happen, decided to go upstairs and told Coraline to figure it out and left the party. Where we find ourselves currently sitting in the Bardstown Tavern, having watched Talus angrily exit their presence. What would you like to start off doing this evening?
Hold on, sorry. What was the halfling's name again?
It was Ferric. Ferik.
And then...
Wait, who's Dallas?
Dallas was the white tiefling.
That gave me the map.
Yeah, the
Got it.
cartographer.
I just have
Talus.
white tiefling. I feel really put on.
Okay, so... sorry, Coraline and Talus left?
No, just
Talus.
but
Talus.
Coraline's in trouble.
Coraline's in trouble, so currently
Eee.
4 of you are sitting there, and Talus has decided to reside in her room for a while to process this newfound loss.
What time of day is it again?
It is mid-afternoon.
Ooh. I don't even know how to start on how to fix this. I mean, it was really not, like, what we bet on was not even, like, we finished it. Like, it was supposed to be completed.
So your... tome is... Bay?
I feel like I've mentioned this before, but yes.
And you purposely had her write her name.
I've written in it all the time. I've put my own name in
It's your patron.
multiple times. I didn't think that she would get, like, lose her shadow. Maybe she'd get, like, I don't know, a marking.
Well,
Do
if
you
I,
have your
if I can recall...
Yes, I have my shadow.
There's...
Right? That's what I'm thinking.
There is a tale, isn't there? Children's stories. All of that.
Yes, my
You're
mother. Again, the curse was never is specific or changes depending on the fae.
But this is
It also may depend on the person.
isn't it a children's story? Not to give your name to the fae. Any fae.
It's a cautionary tale of names have power.
Well, Adonius is nice. He's a good fae. I don't think he'd do anything wrong. And I do a bunch of, shadow magic. Maybe that's where I get it from different
Shadow magic.
people.
That sounds good.
You rage and bite people. I don't, like... I don't think we need to discuss the morals of where we get our power from between us.
Coraline?
I'm a wolf kind.
And I'm a shadow sorceress person. I guess.
And Talus is not. And you willingly... I mean, was it intentional?
Absolutely not. I wasn't expecting her to lose her shadow.
Okay. Well, perhaps you should...
Have you
I'm
lost
going to
something
go try to
else?
fix this, of course. Trust me, there's going to be some scribbling. Because we can't do words, because that's not how we communicate.
Is it technically a curse?
It shouldn't
Or
be.
just a
No.
fact?
It's not a curse.
It's not a curse.
A DM question. I've read extensively throughout my many years of wandering around different libraries. Have I heard of this sort of curse before? Is a curse?
Don't think it's a curse.
I don't either. I don't either, but if it was a curse or have possibly heard something like that in my many readings.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Everybody can roll a history check.
Shit.
Do I get advantage because it's my book?
No, you should totally do.
I'm assuming not me because I'm not there.
I will let you roll a history check as yourself to see maybe what Talus might recall while she's in her room, like maybe thinking about it.
Fucking basic math. Okay.
Basic.
Back to the basics. Oh wow, my history's pretty good. Not good.
24.
Okay, 24 for Coraline. What'd you get, Abby? I can see you
I
shaking your
used my
head.
black die today for
Just
this
know,
one.
just Just no.
Just
Okay.
no.
What'd you get?
What'd you roll?
A 5. Okay.
She rolled a no.
Oh, no.
I rolled an 11.
And not today.
Okay, so Talus got 15.
I don't know. I'm not
Raven
very
got
well read.
17.
Considering that I'm
Rutherford, what did you
a lot
get?
of
11.
librarians.
11? Okay. So, the DC was 10. It's not hard. It's a pretty cautionary tale.
And I
So,
rolled 24 on this. Do I get like a nothing?
we'll see.
Sad.
We'll see. Anyways, so the DC was 10. Anyways, so,
Oh my God.
so y'all are thinking about it. Cersei, you didn't have to deal much with the Fae. Your crew really didn't operate anywhere near the Feywild or with any of the Fey Lords or anything like that. So to you, if this was maybe a god or goddess of the sea or something more related to that, then maybe. But you don't recall anything from childhood. In any of the flashbacks you've seen, you've never dealt with any of them. So it's good, not something you would be proficient in. Rutherford, you have read a little bit about Fae and everything else. This, to you, is not a curse. You've read a couple of things where Fae might mark someone if a deal has been struck, or even if a deal has not been struck. You know Fae to be tricksters, depending on the Fae that they are. But no, this does not strike you as a curse. Raven, your mom, being pretty proficient in understanding Fae as well as a large history behind her backing, would have told you that yes, names have power, as well as no, this does not strike you as a curse either. This just strikes you as maybe a marking or a deal yet unfulfilled, or maybe the terms of an agreement that have not come to pass yet. Coraline, you have not seen Adonius mark anyone with taking their shadow, because as far as you're aware, you are the only one who has followed said Fey Lord. You have not met another follower or anything like that of him. You don't see it as a curse either. You understand that this is similar to the marking that you have, just of a different type, since a deal had not been struck directly with said Fey Lord.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I think it's just different, you guys, because me and her made a deal, and we just kind of had him as, like, delegating or, like, overseeing the, you know, the thing. Because, like, I've made a direct deal with him, so I have a very direct, prevalent marking, and hers is more, I don't know, materialistic and, like, you know, it's her shadow. It's different.
Well, I mean, as
I can fix it, of course. I just don't think it's bad.
we know she's a rogue, right? Like, it's very obvious.
Tell us? It's pretty obvious she's a rogue.
Oh my god, she's totally a rogue.
I mean,
what
obviously,
type?
I have not seen her steal things.
No, but the way that she
Kinda
sneaks
sus.
around and everything, it would
Kinda sus.
not be
Okay, I
far-fetched.
know how to phrase this now. Well, given with her,
Affinity?
Proclivity?
easily stealth, abilities, I do not think it is a problem, but in some cases it might be a problem. I don't know. She did not seem too upset by it. From her reaction, I'm not sure, but
I think she was a bit upset.
okay. We
I think
listen.
she was just very surprised by it.
Listen. Yes, we have to deal with that, but the more pressing matter is we're on the other side of the country.
Also, I'm going to ask him about that because we definitely
Relevant.
teleported through the Fae. Like that's something
We were
that
in
we
that
did.
cave for 20 minutes, and I remember Ezekiel saying that time moves differently in the Fae.
But I don't think that was really a time thing. I think we did like more of a plane shift type of thing because
Yes,
we
but
like
it's
No, we lost a
entered-
full day.
We lost a day and a half.
Remember?
As
Oh, we
You
did.
did. You did.
yes,
You lost the day.
As Dallas
Well, the
mentioned.
Fae also fuck with your mind because I think that's happened.
Yeah, we
That was
lost
a joke.
We lost a day and a half, and now we are on the opposite side of the country, which I would much prefer to be over heading back to the moor like we were planning. But that's not going to happen anytime soon. Do we want to stay here? Do we want to make our way back? Or are we going off the path that we were originally going for? Because originally we were going to go to the moor to find more information in the library for... Well, me personally, I don't know if any of you saw the tiefling that I was talking to at the masquerade, but her mother was a part of the Loyal Steel.
Oh my god, really?
Yes, and she said that she would be very happy to talk with me because we're interested in that. But now we can't go over there because we are here.
Well,
Raven. Roll me a history check real quick. At the mention of that.
No, do we still have her?
Yep, we do.
There she is.
I'm confused. Why do you want to know more about the Loyal Steel? I mean, I know they're a really cool adventuring party, and it would be cool to know more information about them, but I thought we were mostly focusing on, like, I'm curious as to why there's something that's trying to hurt us and, like, hurt our friends. Like, what's
Alice was looking into it.
Talus was looking into it because if I can try to remember correctly, there was that symbol scratched into the defaced...
The A on the door.
And that was also
Book
for
Mia.
Mia.
Yeah, you're right.
And that was defaced on the statue of the Loyal Steel. So she might think that they're involved. It could be connected. I don't know. I am smart with some things. Putting things together like that, not so much.
So in any case.
Perhaps we can try asking for information here, but I do not know much about this side of the country.
So, Raven, what did you get for your history check?
$17.
17? Wonderful. Okay.
Nice history check.
Raven, you've run a couple of routes this direction. You've passed through this town maybe once or twice. Like I said, it's a small town of like 500 people. There's not a lot of people here. But at the mention of hearing that one of the children of a member of the Loyal Steel was at the masquerade, you kind of start thinking back to all of the messenger routes that you've been on. And you remember seeing the founding guild hall for the Adventurers Guild in Orluk.
Orluk, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
I can't look at our maps.
Everybody pull up their maps.
Saying this,
north
Raven
of
will just like vocalize this as she's like remembering, be like, I think there's like, if we want Orluk, which I think is closer around here, if you want to look at that map, I know it's vaguely around here. Like,
I'm
not
just
that far?
mostly curious as to why there's an unknown directly to our right.
I don't know. Weird.
What's that?
How bizarre. I wonder.
I don't know. Do we want to?
Is that actually on the map, or is that like just?
It's not on the map. You know,
Okay,
there is a
so I wouldn't
large
actually say
mountainous
that.
structure
I'm
there.
just curious.
No, don't worry. You'll get there someday.
We are directly below Orluk.
You
We
are.
could head north if we wanted to.
Wait, what's an Orluk again?
The Adventuring Town Hall. Like, basically, the Adventurers Guild founding building.
Well, that sounds interesting.
Very interesting. This is the most inland I've ever
they
been.
might be able to give us some more
Know what's
details.
going on.
It also might potentially, again, lots of adventures.
Would we become adventurers? Is that something that we would become? Like, are we adventurers?
Probably when we didn't stop a burning of a city.
I mean, technically.
That's probably when that happened.
Is there like a certification or like an initiation process? Like, do we have to like prove ourselves in battle to become an adventurer, or like find something
So
like
are you
important?
actually asking?
Like,
if
get a
there's-
relic?
So are you
Well, if we go
actually
to the
asking if
founders, we'll
there's a
figure it
ranking
out.
system?
What?
There is a ranking system in the Adventurers Guild.
Ah.
Oh, no, but I was actually just asking the group being...
Yeah, but there is
Coraline with
actually
the
a
question.
ranking system in the Adventurers Guild.
Would I know that?
Well, I'm not sure of how it works.
I've never
But
dreamt
all
of
those
it.
questions could be answered if we go there. You could find everything. They know everything about adventurers.
Well, we should definitely go at that time.
I mean, if we're already on this way to the country.
Wait, before we go though, I do need to do something.
Wait, where was when we got into the town, where was the cave that we exited? Like, is it on like the right side of town?
It is
Like if we looked at the map.
yeah,
it'd be
it
like,
is a little bit down closer to the road, tucked in behind like a grove, that little grove of trees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Wait, what is behind the grove?
The cave that you
cave
guys exited through.
I've never been a part of an adventurers guild. I've been a mercenary accidentally, but
You've been a mercenary.
How do you
Yeah,
accidentally
definitely.
become a mercenary?
I thought
am
you were
one
also an
currently.
academic person. Like, weren't you into like a college?
I've jumped around quite a lot.
How old are you again?
109.
That makes sense. Anyways, I do want to go back and check out the cave because I feel like I might have a better connection to Adonius if I'm near the Fae. So, Cersei, would you like to join me?
Sure.
If I have to pull you out of another thing of crystal,
I will not go in. Far.
Sure.
I will figure this shadow thing out and it won't be an issue.
maybe we should take a break from going near Feywild things. Don't you
Did
think?
we have a short rest?
No. No, you have not.
Would this, as we're sitting and eating, count as a short rest?
It depends how long you're going to sit here for.
30 minutes.
No.
Well, how long is a short rest? Is it
An hour.
30 minutes.
An hour.
I would sit here for an hour then.
If you sit there for an hour, I will allow you to have a short rest.
Twiddling my thumbs.
So, as you're having this conversation, Talus, are you doing anything up in your room while you kind of walked off feeling very agitated? Is there anything that you wanted to do when you got to your room?
It's been literally 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's been very short timing. So,
I am processing.
okay. So, what does your processing look like? Are you sitting on the bed, just
I'm
thinking?
probably just laying, facing the Do we have our room?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I'm laying on the bed.
Cedric very awkwardly gave you your room keys after he added that you didn't have a shadow.
That's right. Yes. That's right. So just laying on the bed, facing the ceiling, hands on my belly, and just kind of twiddling my thumbs. Just processing what's happened, thinking about the huge mistake I've made, and trying to figure out what the next steps should be, and realizing that I am now stuck with these people, most specifically with Coraline, until I figure this out. Not disappointed by it. I wasn't planning on leaving, but now I really
Now
can't
you
leave.
can't. Okay.
That really felt like a burn. I really felt
You're
like
not
we were
there.
disappointed.
I wasn't saying I was going to leave, but now I don't have the option.
God, I'm really stuck with Coraline. Fuck.
She's not saying this out loud. This is in
I
your
know,
thoughts.
I know, just thinking
You're not
about it.
supposed to know.
Okay, alright. Sounds very fair. I think there's a lot of processing happening. It might take a couple of hours. Alright, perfect. Then, if that's...
I'm assuming other lights around the room.
Yeah, there are.
If I hold my hand up, I feel like I would know where my shadow would be, right?
Yes.
I keep on looking for it.
Not there. You kind of put your hand up, expecting to see a shadowy void cast from you. You don't see one. Kind of change hands. Still don't see one. You look down. Still don't see one. A single tear falls.
Yep, that's it. Just
Okay.
cross.
Alright. And we can pop back to the girls if you'd like to continue talking.
Raven,
Yes.
this is a little past due since it's been a minute since we were in the town that I got this. I just haven't had a chance to give it to you, but it's in no way, shape, or form enchanted. But I got you this, and I take the bag out that's got the silver. Shoot, what did I put on it? Was it leaves or
Feathers.
You have silver feathers.
Yeah,
You put
feathers. That's what it was. With the silver feathers on it and everything, and I bring out the pack. Perhaps we can find someone that can enchant this, so that way it can be a
Portable library!
yes. If that is what you want.
Raven just looks at and you just look at her actual like backpack right now, and it's like literally like stuff like a university student's like full of textbooks.
So, Raven, as you're looking at it, opening it, and everything else, there is a small piece of parchment inside, which is basically not only a certificate of authentication of what this is, but it also has a little detail on there that it is basically easier to enchant than a typical bag. It has an affinity for enchantments. That is what this is for.
Sweet. Well, she looks back at you don't know how to do big enchantments, do you?
I can hardly do the magic that I already know. Listen,
Okay,
when I said that I wanted them more, it wasn't for that long.
Okay, good point. Maybe I need an artificer or someone. I heard they're good with bags of holding.
Honestly, any shop that we have that says enchantment on the title will probably be able to help us.
Though I might need some money for it, because enchantments are cheap.
That is true. We could always do a
But
job
thank you
over
very
there.
much for the bag.
Of course. If we're going
Okay,
to...
I'm thinking. Adventuring Guild, get money, enchant bag.
Hi.
Portable library.
Sounds like a plan.
That could work. Adventures Guild could find more information. Along with side job.
True, because mainly, like, I really want another book. I keep going through these, and I think Mom wants to see a couple of them. But also, I'm debating: do I tell Mom that I'm halfway across the country,
Don't you
even though I
have the
just told
books
her
that
we're
you-
going
Don't you have the
to the
books that you
college?
collected for your mom still on your person? Maybe.
Did I send those, or did I? I thought I left those with messengers to send back.
I believe you left those with messengers.
Yeah.
I believe you sent those.
Yeah, I have 8 of my own personal books.
Yes.
So tell me, how many times have you reread these books that you already have? Lost count?
The Dwarvish ones are hard. Like the learning Dwarvish, I'm like starting to get the knack, but I sound very much like a textbook.
Not that thing.
I know what that's like. Well, I mean, if we want to try and get the job at the Adventurers Guild, I cannot speak for everyone else here, but for me it shouldn't be too difficult to get the job. That's kind of how I ended up as a mercenary anyways. On accident.
Girl reference.
Well,
Gotta do that.
well, I've occasionally done like, mainly it's go get this book or bring a book to someone in there. So
Messenger
I'm sure
and the
they're-
Mark. The Messenger and the Mark sounds like a storybook title.
you just see Raven's eyes go wide, and she pulls out her book and starts like writing. She's like, oh.
If I were a writer, I wouldn't write about myself. I think everyone else here would have I think this group together would make for a good story, but...
Well, you gotta start somewhere, and maybe like I'll give your companion. I'm thinking a goblin, like a little short little thing, or kobold rides on your shoulder.
That would be fun. I could carry
Maybe 2 of them. They just both ride on your shoulders.
I could toss them into battle if I wanted to.
Exactly. See? Like, good story start.
Oh dear.
You know, and then fight off like a pumpkin king and stuff like that. And
What?
jump off a balcony.
Kabumpkins,
And then there's 100% a very special rapier that is just a bunch of.
definitely a magical item.
It's funny because that game wasn't streamed.
Well, I wish it had been. We should have. But anyways. Well, it will become canon at some point.
Yeah, Raven's just writing this all down, being like,
just redo it to the T the exact same way.
That would be impressive, actually. So, it sounds like you all want to make your way to Orluk. However, there's one.
You said that was
member,
where the closest library was.
It is. However, there is one party member who has yet to agree to this plan and is currently in her room.
I can make.
Who wants to go talk to Talus?
Oh, well, I was gonna do something with Cersei,
Sure,
like
right
we
ahead.
had left.
While y'all do that, I'll just get up and start going upstairs.
Okay. We can have that happen simultaneously. Go for it.
Who wants to go first?
Let's do downstairs first, then we'll go to the upstairs.
All right. Mine might be a bit, so we can do the upstairs because it was going to be like a.
Okay, if it's going to be a little bit longer, that's fine. Valiford, you get up. You're like, oh, I guess I'll go do it. You get up and you push yourself out of your chair as you stand up and start ascending the staircase.
His thoughts going up the staircase is this what a disappointed dad feels like?
This is the dad who has to go upstairs to talk to their daughter after they're upset. And is like, I hope I come up with something by the time I'm up there.
Yeah, basically.
That's what this is, yes.
When I reach the... Did you close the door behind you, Talus?
Always.
When I go up there, I go to... I'm not stealthing at all, so if the wood creaks, the wood creaks. But I go up and I'm about to knock on the door, and then I knock on the door. Dallas?
Yes.
It's Radolfer. Can I talk to you?
If you must.
Can you open the door?
I probably did lock it, didn't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
I will use my mage hand
You gotta be a little extra about it as you send it
to
over.
unlock the door.
Okay.
I'm just being a super dramatic teenager at the moment.
Okay. Unlock it. Open the door.
When he realizes that the mage hand is what opened the door, his ears immediately just go. Talus, we were wondering if you would want to join us in going to the Adventurers Guild in Orluk, which is the town above this one.
As you say this, so when you walk in, Talus is like with her one arm like this and just laying on bed. And as you say it, she just takes a deep breath, takes her hand up and goes, well, and gets up. She says, no point in worrying about this now. What's done is done. Yes, we can go.
Well, I was thinking that if we go to the Adventurers Guild, we might be able to ask about the Loyal Steel. Because originally when we were going to go to Damore, I was going to talk to the person that was actually a part of the Loyal Steel. But since that's the other side of the country, this might be our best bet to find more information.
How do you know about someone that's at the Loyal Steel?
Did you see that purple tiefling that I was talking to at the masquerade party?
Yes, I vaguely remember. I was a little bit preoccupied with another tiefling.
Red tiefling.
Yes, I do remember getting yelled at in our room and not knowing anything about what was going on.
All crimson and handsome.
Moot point. Yes, the tiefling that I was talking to, her mother was the cleric? Yeah, it was the cleric of the Loyal Steel, and is happy to talk to me about more information since I was once at the same academy that she is at. So I have an inn for the Loyal Steel, but that was where we were going to go next, and now we are here, and I would much rather be there.
And why are we going to Orlick instead?
The origination of the Adventurers Guild is there.
Ah, that's right.
And we might be able to pick up a job while we're there for more money. I just gave Raven the bag that she can enchant to be a bag of holding. I'm sorry, a portable library.
Did you just say you need money?
I don't need money.
I was gonna say, because if we're doing this for the money,
I have no need for money. Hence why I would much prefer putting coin into diamonds to help save a life in combat. I'd put money there, but for a bag, I mean, I bought the bag because I think Raven really wanted it, but I mean, that's how I got into all of this mess in the first place, was picking up odd jobs.
why are you interested in the Loyal Steel?
Aren't we all interested in the Loyal Steel?
It's interesting, but it's not what I thought it was. I don't
Didn't
really
you see
have a
the-
connection to it.
Didn't you say the symbol, the A, was on the Loyal Steel statue?
Yeah, I was curious about the A. I'm still curious about the A.
Maybe
But-
we can find more information. They're the ones that killed Mia. It's part of the reason why Asmar is such as more devastating than it should have been.
That is
Well-
true.
We'll never know if that. Fuck, my brain. What was his name? Flynn?
Who?
The dude I wanted to kill but couldn't.
The dude I want Quill.
Quill! There we go. I was Quill. It's been so long. We'll never know because Quill is dead. If he was a part of whatever that A is, but perhaps this is a whole other side of the country. There are a lot more adventurers around, people that I've never met before or seen. We might find something.
I'm trying to remember. This is not Tal saying this. This is Ava saying this.
Yes.
Who were the Crimson Coats? Weren't they related somehow to the A?
So the Crimson Cloaks was somebody that was hunting Ezekiel.
Yeah. And they were the ones that we saw, like, briefly
They
when
have the
we were
trolls.
Very
at
briefly.
Kivin. No, not Kivin.
Nope.
They had
But
the
they were
trolls.
unrelated to the A.
They were unrelated.
Oh, the Scarlet Cloth. Sorry, the Scarlet Cloth.
Scarlet Cloth. I was just
Yeah.
double checking. Scarlet Cloth. Yes, they are unrelated. As far as you can
I've
tell.
been
there's no
watching Full
relation.
Metal Alchemist, so like Crimson.
I mean, also that's why I was like, that sounds right. That sounds familiar. No, that's not right. Familiar. Yes.
Sounds
correct,
familiar enough.
No.
Uh, Wait, I don't know if you asked that in character or not.
Oh no, I didn't. I was just trying to figure out.
Clarification's
Well,
sake.
I am
They were not.
curious
They were not connected.
about the A. So I guess the best lead is the Loyal Steel. But we have nothing to do in the meantime. We're a group of people that obviously can hold our own. It might be in our best interest to be registered adventurers, even if it is just for using the title.
I mean, I'm technically a mercenary, so I don't have any problem with there, but everyone else here in
What?
this group, it might. Long story.
Who are you a mercenary for?
Literally, it just happened as an accident. I have no idea. It just is. It became a thing. I was around for 40 years traveling all over. It just happened.
Do you know the name of the group that you were doing the
I
mercenary
am
work?
one wolf. That is all. I would
Okay.
get an odd job here and there. I mean, I have no reason for money besides, upgrading supplies, but it just kind of happened. But the Adventurers Guild sounds like a good place to start. If you want to get your Adventurers Guild title, I think that would be good. Everyone,
Yeah, I mean, I'll get it. I'm just curious why you would choose to do mercenary work when you had the choice not to?
I didn't choose it. It just kind of happened. A lot of things just kind of happened. There's lots of things that have happened in the past 3 weeks.
Yep, got that.
Yep. A lot of things have happened in the past 3 weeks, and to say that I am surprised would be a lie. The past 40 years have been a very long 40 years, but things happened randomly all the time. It is not anything new to me. So if the Adventurers Guild is where we are going, then that is where we are going. And whatever we find a way, I hope that everyone that is looking for something can find it. Because everyone in this party does seem to be looking for something.
And what are you looking for?
That is a very heavy question.
That's fair. I know how to respect boundaries. We can head downstairs. And she'll just like walk past him in the door.
Good job, Ding. Good job.
That was close!
Good job. Perfect. So, as you head downstairs, we'll go back a couple of minutes to when Rutherford was first rocking up. Coraline, if you want to have your conversation with Cersei, Raven, and Coraline, you are all still downstairs.
Well, I'm going to go back to the cave. I was just wanting some accompaniment just in case, spiders are a thing. Could you guys come with me?
Oh, if you think you're trying to talk to Aedonius?
Yes. There's Fey magic in that area, and if there's somehow I was able to see him when I was sleeping. So I just would like to go back. For a quick look, we wouldn't go in. Possibly.
Are you trying to talk to him? Don't you talk to him through your book?
Yes, but I want a bit of a better connection this time.
Well, I can understand that.
But you're not going to go in the cave. You're just going to go near it?
You're going to be there with me. You can keep me safe and...
Are we talking like mouth of the cave? Not enough that we get...
Not super in. I just want to see if there's still the blue crystals everywhere as well.
Split in the party to a very big degree, if only 3 of us.
We're not going in! We're not going in!
Yeah,
here we go!
I'm
just sitting here like...
the cleric with me, you guys. But, Caroline,
if you want to go back, then...
her desk, or whatever the table they're at after... Have we been resting? Have we rested?
You've been resting, you get a short rest.
Okay. Then yes. Get up from her seat.
If you guys don't want to come with me, that's fine. I can totally do it by myself as well.
No, of course. No, last time you were in there alone, rocks were trying to eat you. We're not going to let you go off alone.
Cuckoo.
Okay, are you heading out? We're heading out now?
We're heading out. You come with us, Raven? Val?
I have to unmute. Complete. I think our audio is catching up.
Is Raven coming with us? Thumbs or thumbs? Yes, no.
We might be super lagged.
Mind me.
Oh no.
I think we might be lagged.
I don't.
So by the time
I see typing.
by the time that Rad and Talus come downstairs, y'all have left. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're gonna be.
Fuck, damn it! Why do we always split the party?
Caroline did say what she planned to do
I did
before
tell
you
you guys
left.
where I was going.
She did mention going to the cave, so if you...
Well, I will link arms with both Raven and Cersei, so she's
Oh.
coming anyway. Oh god.
We lost her.
It's not a stream without tech issues.
Where is Boblin the Goblin? Is he eating our wires again?
Back to 0 streams since the last time we crashed.
Let's see.
Damn.
I bet Boblin's eating the wires. Who forgot to feed the goblin?
I think it was Dim's turn.
Oh, then you're supposed to give Boblin cookies. Otherwise they chew on the wires.
Why is it my fault?
It's your turn! Tanner, I swear to God.
Guys, I got the wires.
Boblin frequently likes to mess
Well,
with the
I'm
chair
in
he's trying
Val's
to.
spot now. Hi, hi, I'm Raven.
Hi, I'm Raven.
I have daddy issues.
Wait, what spot am I in? Who's in my in?
I'm in I'm in Red's spot.
Yep, yes you are.
I'm a fluffy boy.
I'm a fluffy. I love how you guys immediately go to, hi, I'm Raven, I have daddy issues. Hi, I'm Rattleford, I'm fluffy. God, it's so funny to me. We'll see if she's able to reach on or not.
Nat and I are approximately half of ourselves.
You're not yourself without each other.
Wait, what side do I have to be on to be like in it?
Right
Like,
there, yeah.
Towards your bed.
Or is it this way? Is it this way?
Towards your bed.
Either way, you're very much inside of a small
My bed's
box.
behind me.
Like
Yeah,
headboard.
so
Headboard.
Either way, you're
Headboard.
very much
So you want to
inside
be
of a small
closer
box.
to the headboard to be
Oh, this way.
Ava.
Yeah, there we go, there we go.
Now you're in Ava's.
Boblin, get out of the chat. Boblin the Stream Goblin has joined our chat.
Gosh darn it, Boblin.
I'm telling you, Boblin might be down for 5. Give me a second. Okay, cool. Put the wires back, stop chewing on them. So anyways, we will say that Raven has joined, and I will quickly move cameras a little bit. That way we can...
Okay.
And I'll just move them back when Val is able to join.
Got it.
No, I stay. Somebody feed Boblin cookies while I move cameras.
Boblin.
What did I... Oh, apparently I have unlocked the map and tried moving the background. That is the opposite of what I want to do.
We love tech.
I was like, well, that's not. I was able to just reset quickly.
So good.
We're so professional.
We are the
We know
most
exactly.
professional. Excuse me. We are the most professional. We're gonna move now back into their spot. Oh.
It's very funny.
She just wanted to get out of this whole mess.
And she was like, you know what?
She's like,
I
she
got
really
it.
no.
She's like,
I'm
you
You
know
know
what?
what? I say no to spiiders. I choose life.
Spiders. Spiders.
The spider.
Oh my god. We apparently watched too much Megamind. That's interesting. Okay.
Ah, what?
Spiders.
He's great.
Anyways,
Am I gonna work?
Are we good?
We're moving. Hold on. I'm
Okay.
getting you all moved. You're almost good. You're almost good.
Oh wait, is that? Can
That's
we not
Jeopardy.
do that?
What?
Like,
Probably not.
I don't know.
probably not.
I don't know, actually.
I'm not very familiar with law.
Immediately I knew the audio though. That was pretty funny. So I was like,
That
yes.
wasn't. Yes.
That's when I giggled. I was like, yes, I know the audio. There we go.
You can sing happy birthday, that's public domain.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
It's very
It
public
wasn't
domain.
for a hot second, and then it became public domain again.
Correct. That was the weirdest thing. Anyways, you all are back.
Who
in this-
tried to Who tried to
The
take
thing
that
is
out of?
It was like my I don't know, my freshman year of college, and the birthday song was getting copyrighted.
Yeah, it was
That's
weird. It was
dumb.
so strange.
Not like anyone can sing that on key, anyways.
No.
Right.
Anyways,
Yeah.
It's like nobody sings it right.
And there's always like the awkward you just like, and it's like
Yeah.
stuck at you. You're like, cool.
Prolonged eye contact. Prolonged eye.
Boblin the Stream Goblin says we need to hydrate, even though they came in here and tried to chew on our wires.
Stop eating circuitry.
Stop eating the circuitry. Yeah. Anyways, so to recap a bit, so Coraline, you are taking Cersei and Raven, linked arms with yours, to the cave system, where you recently emerged after a short spout with some cave spiders.
On the walk over, Coraline's gonna like kind of break from the arms and like skip backwards, looking at Cersei.
So, what's your like mission from like the Wild Mother and stuff? Like, what are you doing? Like, what is your stuff?
I really like that sentence. What are you doing? As if I know.
I'm 100% exactly the same way, but I was just wondering.
It was kind of a general request, but I'm looking for darkness, I suppose.
Do you
There's
think that's me?
Yeah, there was something going on inland, apparently. and she couldn't see, which is odd because, you know, nature is everywhere. So she asked if I would go and check it out. So traveling with you has been quite good because traveling much safer in a way, at least have people to take all that good stuff. So I'm obeying as well as I can. And this is definitely the furthest I've ever traveled inland before, so...
Yeah, we're pretty inland now. Do you think you're closer or further away from the darkness that you're trying to find?
I don't know. I assume I'll see it. I assume I'll know it when I see it. The odd darkness that was in the bulbs had me confused for a while. I thought maybe that could be something, the orbs. Because it was weird dark magic that was blinding people.
Does she talk to you regularly and stuff?
Huh?
Does she talk to you regularly and stuff?
In a way.
Does she have anything to say about all this that we're doing? Maybe even like the traveling. Did she talk to you today already?
She doesn't talk to me the way that you talk to Odoinus. It seems your relationship with him is you talk a little bit more openly, freely, or more person to person, in a way.
Is that not how all people talk to their gods and stuff?
I don't know. I don't know how people talk to their...
It seems a shame if that's not the case.
I don't know. She makes herself known pretty well, and she's hasn't steered me wrong left yet.
Do you think the Wild Mother knows about Adonius?
I don't know. How often is he off in wild nature?
I don't know. I think he hasn't been around nature in a long time. Now, does like the Wild Mother also like have like reign dominion in like the Fade Wild, because she's now the Wild Mother? Is that like Fey Wild? Is there any correlation?
Well, I don't know. I've only known her for a year. There's a lot of questions I haven't gotten around to asking her.
Well, if you ever have a chance to ask her questions, I have a million to ask her as well.
I'm sure she'd love you. I couldn't feel that you were a blessing from her when we first met, so there's that.
That would be nice if that was the case.
Are we close to the cave?
I was about to finish that and be like, yes.
I wanted you to know that was where the question. I had a written dialogue I wanted to get through.
That was very good. Yes. As you ask these questions and starting to get there, you walking backwards, looking at Cersei. Cersei's able to look ahead and see the entrance to the cave that you had previously exited. And you're at the cave mouth.
Alright.
Rutherford
I have no idea how this was going to work.
Rutherford and Talos, are you guys following since Coraline had mentioned where they were going? At least to Rutherford.
When we get down the stairs and I realize that they've gone already, I'm kind of gonna pause before I even like step off the staircase and just be like, "Oh, I didn't think she actually would go that quickly." Coraline took the other two to go check out the cave again. I don't know how good of an idea that is, but do we want to follow them or perhaps wait here till they get back?
I think I'd like to not stray too far from the group.
I just hope they don't get caught in that veil again, because that would be a very bad problem.
Do you know what that was? Do you know how we got here?
If I can recall what Ezekiel was talking about, there is... The time works differently in the Feywild. And it appears to me that we crossed through like a veil or some rift in... I don't even know whether to call it reality or time or what, but we passed through the Feywild. We were only in that cave for what, 20, 30 minutes? And yet we missed an entire day and a half. So, my best bet is that I think the further into that cave that we walked, that is how we accidentally strayed into the Feywild, and then since we came out, it's transported us here. Ezekiel said in the forest on the other side of the country there was rumors of an entryway to the Feywild, but I do not know how true that is.
Isn't that where they say that they take a lot of those magical creatures? They just kind of take them up there. I'm remembering that correctly, right?
I thought it was
For
the Scarlet peeps were taking the trolls to something. They were taking it away from.
They were taking them back to
the forest, right?
So they were
back
No,
to where,
to
like,
the obscure. The
Obscurity is on the other side of the map that we don't
So,
have yet.
Why it was weird is that the guards were taking the trolls back to the obscurity, but you're not sure what they were doing over on the other side of the country or how they got there.
Yeah.
Oh,
wasn't
so
it
maybe
like
they
a
took.
giant
Maybe the
skull
trolls
thing?
took like a portal thingy, and like that's how they got all the way over here.
wasn't that how you got the squishy?
Yes,
Well, yeah,
it
but
was
now
the
Ezekiel
squishy.
has the squishy.
The squishy.
They never see him again.
The squishy. The little Orby that...
You know, the one that could just transport people that you were squishing on.
To the
Coraline.
Feywild, yes.
To the Feywild.
You're really lucky your dice rolled well that day.
You were
It wasn't rolling, it was her.
extremely lucky. Anyways, so it looks like Raven is out for the evening. So we will play as if they are here. So that just since she started off here, and we wish her all the best of luck at Calgary Comic Con where she's presenting on Sunday. But just having some tech issues on her end, which is totally understandable. But we'll play as if she's here anyways.
Just gonna cross out her speech.
I wouldn't just so you can come back to it, like... I mean, I could try to answer it, but like... it have the same ring to it. Alright, perfect.
Do your best. Do your best Val impression.
Ouch, I don't think I could.
Pastries.
Pastries and books and dwarves. We love
Lord.
Val very much. And more books and portable library. Anyways, so Ralph, tell us, are you having this conversation while you walk to the mouth of the cave?
I would think so.
Okay, perfect. So eventually you do get there to see Raven and Coraline and Cersei standing there. Coraline looking a little lost on what she wants to do next or how to go about what she's attempting to accomplish.
I know what I'm doing.
What you're doing. Sure. Right.
The
Totally
confidence
do.
is there.
Yeah, the confidence is there.
I'm going to Scritches, who's been at the top of the cave since we've left, and have him fly to my arm because he still has a raven. And anything interesting happening? Mind melding. Anything happen?
He saw a deer and a couple of other birds, but other than that, not really.
Okay. Coraline is going to sit at the mouth of the cave, place Scritches right in front of her, open up her book, put Scritches on top, take out, I have a little vial of the blue crystal that I took from inside the cave.
Correct.
I'm going to hold that in my hands, and I'm just going to stare deeply into Scritch's eyes is one of the few connections I have to Faye.
Okay.
With the book, and try to, if I know this is, I'm not a cleric or anything, but try to like commune with him. Just try to see if I could talk to him.
Okay. Roll me a D100.
Oh god. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Where's my other okay?
You're like, where? Okay, where's my other?
Uh, 19.
Okay. So as you're sitting there, you're concentrating. You're staring deep into Scritch's eyes as best you can. It was staring back at you, unblinking. Book opened. And you feel that you're concentrating. You can feel that you have this connection with Adonius, but a physical manifestation of him or a vision of any sort does not appear to you.
Womp womp.
Does it feel like it's because of his own entrapment, or because that's not a power within me?
Roll your Arcana.
Okay.
I would say insight, but you're not inciting yourself, so let me...
Okay. Oh no. Oh wait, no, we're fine.
Oh no. Oh wait, we're fine, never mind.
Oh no.
16.
Okay. So...
Wait, hold up. Arcana. Oh, that's so much better.
Oh.
21.
Oh, see, that is
Oh.
I looked at
So-
insight, and that's only a +1, but Arcana is a +6.
So, as you're doing this, nothing's happening. You know that you haven't ever been able to make a physical manifestation of him before. And previously, when you were in that entrapment of these crystals, you were asleep. And you were being covered, basically, in something that was overlapping with the Feywild. So maybe the connection was stronger there, but it's not a power that you've ever possessed yourself, naturally.
I look in the cave. Is there any more of the blue? Oh.
Are you gonna go back through the cave?
I'm just looking to see if I see any blue glow.
Mm-hmm. From where you're sitting at the mouth of the cave, no, you don't see any.
Do I remember how deep it was?
Yeah, about 45, 50 feet.
At a full dash, I could get in there. I said I wouldn't, so I'm not going to do it. But I want to.
I'm not going to stop you.
I just want to see him again. So, how... Oh, she's going to call over her shoulder. So, how mad would you be if I wanted to go back in?
For what reason?
The blue crystal?
What about the blue crystal? Blue crystal?
What?
Blue crystal? Enunciate.
It's the water, Denasi. I think you got a little bit too much in your mouth there.
That's actually my third language. It's called blub. It's real. It's very good language.
Mm-hmm.
What about the blue crystal? Why do you need it?
I was able to actually see Aidonius for the first time when I was within it.
It was trying to eat you.
I don't think it was trying to eat me. I think it was just trying
It
to
was trying to eat you.
and take me to...
You know what happens when you're completely covered in crystal? There's no air. You start to stop breathing.
I have a thing I can transport myself out of things like that.
Can you do that when you're unconscious?
I would do it before I pass out.
Would you? Or would you push yourself to try to figure this out? To the point where you're probably going to break.
Okay. Shit.
You asked me about my goddess, so I'm going to ask you about your mentality.
Fine. We can walk back.
I want you to be safe. If you need to figure out something for your patron, we'll figure it out, but not recklessly. It takes one bolt of lightning to crack a tree. One decision can crack a person.
Oh, fine. She's gonna put the blue crystal back into her jar and put it in her bag.
Okay.
But she's gonna keep her book out and start just writing questions. to Adonius as we walk back because she's defeated and sad.
It's because she's defeated and sad. So as you start walking back, Rutherford tells you both come upon the scene of Coraline with the utmost confidence, trying to figure this out, and then nothing happens. Witnessing the conversation between the two of them and seeing a very defeated, lost Coraline. Is there anything you two would like to do before you begin walking back from where you just arrived to?
I'm debating on doing this or not. I'm gonna walk up to Coraline.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hope this doesn't put me 4 steps backwards. I'm gonna walk up to Coraline and put one of my big ol' paw hands on her back. Because I can obviously see that she's feeling defeated. Coraline, this might be a mystery that has to be put on pause, but perhaps one day that we can figure this out. But
Put on pause.
maybe not. Damn it!
Is that like on hands for Wolfkind?
Damn it!
Clip that too.
Damn it!
This is something that needs to be put on hold right now.
Do I get to feel his toe beans? Do I feel his little toe beans? Like, no,
Big fucking toe beans. They're like the size of
Yes,
your
you feel the
face.
toe beans.
Oh, so they're like toe potatoes or something.
He's a wolf. They're not as squishy and adorable as cat toe beans, but yes. And his claws are out because he's not a cat that can retract them.
Correct.
You just feel it's a very weighted hand. They're big. But they're not. This perhaps this just needs to. We have other things that are of a higher priority. We can come back to this, but maybe not right now. I have a sneaking suspicion, and he sort of looks over to his side where the maps are. I have a sneaking suspicion that this will not be the first occurrence that we come across something like this.
That's true. Are we staying here? Or like, are we staying in this town for the night, or are we heading out? Wait, do we have? Wait, our horses are in the other town.
We're not getting them back.
But I liked my horse.
Your horses will be well taken care of, so don't worry.
Either way,
It's my horse.
Don't worry. I'll be okay.
I love
I'm
it.
so sad. That's
It's like a little girl like my pony.
but
very on brand for Coraline. It might be best to go back to the tavern and see how far away this town is. By the looks of the map, it doesn't look like as if it's too far, but it might be a little over a day. We should probably rest. It's
Yeah, we
becoming-
haven't gone more than half a day's travel before. We haven't had to do camping as a group. Don't know if it's gonna be a full experience or not.
It might be best to just hunker down for the night, get some supplies, get some good food, and then maybe make our way. We've been through a lot in the past 48, 50-ish. We missed a day and a half. I think we can sit down for a minute.
It's been a long time.
Are there any
You know.
more blue? Do you guys have any more blue crystal on yourselves?
No?
Insight check.
No.
Or do you want to do an
Definitely
insight
saw
check?
him do it, right? When
Do
we
you-
were like in the room.
You were encased in it. You didn't
No,
see
but we
it.
both grabbed it. We both grabbed it afterwards.
You were
Grab
grabbing
what?
some too. You can see. You can roll deception against insight.
Alright, let's do it. I have plans for that shit.
I'll do it on here so you guys can all
Gosh
see.
darn it.
A 3.
Oh, okay, it doesn't matter then.
What'd you roll?
15.
I rolled it on the D&D Beyond. This is
okay.
what I get for using electronic dice.
Yeah,
So
15.
you ask Ralphard, did you guys get any Ralphard? It's like, no. And for a second you think, I thought he grabbed, maybe not. Like maybe I didn't see that. I was also kind of grabbing my own crystals, so like maybe I just thought.
outside.
And I'll summon Scritches.
Could you go fly in there and grab me some more? No, it doesn't really affect you.
And like,
Okay, you're just sending Scritches inside?
yeah, like you'll get a chunk with his beak, just like a little, like a. There's
Okay. Alright, let's see how successful Scritches is. Oh, not bad, okay. Alright, so
Yay!
as you're walking, you're moving along, sending Scritches in, and you keep walking, and then Scritches kind of finally flies back to you with a quarter-sized piece of crystal in his beak, kind of in between, and drops it in your hand.
Perfect. And then I have another piece that's like palm size. That
Yes.
I have. Oh, okay.
So you have something a little bit smaller that he was able to pick up in between his beak.
Cool.
So, as you begin walking back, you do see Dallas sitting out in front of the inn, kind of just enjoying his free time. Looks like he's making some sketches. He'll just kind of wave as he sees you all. And if you're wanting to take a rest in the tavern, you can easily do that. If that is the plan.
You said the tavern owner is not blah 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 blah. The tavern owner is outside.
Dallas.
You also
Dallas is the white tiefling who's the individual you got the map from, the cartographer.
Oh, and he's sitting outside. Okay, I'm gonna approach Dallas again.
Okay. Dallas is sitting there. Looks like he's making a sketching of some woman. You're not quite sure. He's very brief, like just quickly making small sketches as he kind of doesn't seem to know what he wants to create out of what he's making yet. He'll look up. Oh, well, hello. Out exploring our small town then.
Is everyone else with me, or did they go back to the tavern?
You guys are all there. We're walking as a group.
Do you guys want to stay with me while I ask this, or are you guys going on?
Absolutely.
They're like, what? Of course we're staying.
I'm
We
busy.
love watching our wolf boy socialize.
Alright.
So entertaining.
Pardon me, Dallas, correct?
Yep, that's correct. As he looks up from his seat.
I appreciate the map that you made for me, but I have a question. How far from here is Orluk? It doesn't look to be too far, but...
Day and a half, day maybe, depending on what you use. So if you're walking or riding, it's not too far.
Perfect. That is quite a good sketch you have. Do you sketch often?
Oh, regularly. It's in between my map making, of course. But, why Orluk, if you don't mind my asking?
We've got some questions on our mind, and we believe that the Adventurers Guild might be able to help us out. That, and I think a few of my party members are wanting to get the Adventurers Guild title.
Oh, that's a good title to have. They're a pretty well-funded group most of the time. Have some decent quests and things like that. It's a pretty good title to hold.
If I'm not mistaken, it is the origin place, correct? Like the headquarters?
Yes, as where a very old retired group went and decided they were going to form this guild. So that is what they've done.
What group was that?
I don't even remember. It was no one of note. It was just an old group of adventurers that just decided they needed something else to do after they retired from their adventuring days.
Could the name perhaps have been the Loyal Steel?
Oh, no. I would have definitely known if it was them.
What do you know about the Loyal Steel? We've heard quite many tales of them, and they're, I guess, fading off from adventuring.
They traveled through this way once or twice. I know they went up to obscurity at least once and helped out there in one of the towers. Yeah, pretty regular group. Just happened to be in the right places at the right time most of the time. Pretty very smart and brave. Tragedy about their dragonborn, but I know they helped over in the siege when that happened with the trolls, but
Oh, the Damore trolls, right? Yeah. Trying to remember what it would have been. Sorry.
I don't remember that. Was that on the day that I missed?
No, it was more of like the fight between the Loyal Steel that they were facing a bunch of holes that were attacking Demore.
Yep.
So like 6 months ago. Got it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, a while
And
ago
I-
this would have been mentioned. So you're fine.
No thought,
This is
no
a
thing.
refresher. No, you're fine. This is a refresher.
Okay. All right. I don't have any more questions. None that I can ask with y'all around, at least.
I mean, you could.
You could.
No.
Okay. All right.
He's a pretty keeps to himself person for the most part.
Sure. Okay.
I've still only known these people for 3 weeks, so I'm not just gonna be like,
That's
hey. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to ask of Dallas while he sketches?
Anyone?
I'm gonna go into the tavern.
Okay.
And that's Coraline is just gonna absentmindedly go into the tavern and go up to her. I have my own room, right? I'm going to go up to my room.
Yes.
Okay.
I think everybody got their own rooms.
I
because
have plans.
Okay. Alright, Talus, is there anything that you wanted to do in this time?
Where's is the closest library in Orlok?
Yes.
Okay. No, I'm gonna go for a walk in the town.
Okay, alright. You go for a walk in the town. Are you looking for anything specific while you walk?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the shadows.
Okay. Alright, you stay in the shadows. What are you looking for?
But no, there's nothing specific I'm looking for, just seeing if there's anything of interest. See if there's any bakeries to like report back to the group.
We trained them well.
Yeah, I was about
There's
to
donuts
say.
on 2nd Street.
So you don't find necessarily a bakery, but you do find a small, like, market stand that's selling baked goods. But you don't find a physical bakery. This seems to be more of a...
Are there any like scones or anything? Like any?
You don't see any scones, but you do see many a cupcake of different types. All different types of cupcakes.
I will pick one that looks like the one that Coraline would like the most. And I'll head back to the tavern.
Okay. Pick up this cupcake, and you have picked up a vanilla, basically a vanilla orange cream that would taste almost like a dreamsicle when you... The orange frosting reminded you of the orange roses that Coraline seems to leave about. So you pick that one up, you pay for it, and you leave. You come back to the tavern where the rest of your party is.
Is Coraline with everyone else, or is she in the room?
Coraline has gone up to her room.
So, if everyone went back to the tavern and dispersed, and I saw that everyone was sort of making their own way, I would have
You're going right back out to Dallas?
walked back to Dallas.
I'll be right there. Yep. Okay.
No, like stealthing. If
You can roll stealth if you want to.
Well, this dice rolled pretty well. 10.
10?
Do
I'm
we
a big
notice?
dude.
I have a passive perception of I think 11. Do I?
You went upstairs already, so.
You're upstairs, so...
Oh, okay. Never
Unless-
mind. I thought we were all
unless Cersei-
going in. She and he was like backing up when we were all
Unless
going.
Cersei
I
was
thought it was
really wanting to
simultaneous.
follow or look.
I feel like Cersei would just kind of see him backing back out and just kind of wave like, yep,
Okay, bye. Okay, alright, so...
I'm not worried about you doing crazy things.
He's like mouthing like a, I'll catch him, I'll
I'll catch you later.
catch him.
Alright, so you walk outside. Walk outside. Cersei, are you going to your room? Just so I can get a read on where everyone is at the moment.
What time of day would it be?
It's getting later in the evening, so probably like 4:35.
She might wander to the edge of town just to kind of be a little closer in nature and just do some prayers while she's out there. Just, that stuff. Nothing too big.
Alright, so doing your prayers. Talus is walking back. We'll say as Rutherford, you have kind of backed as Talus is kind of like gone. Coraline, you're up in your room. We'll say that Raven has also gone up in her room, and that she is currently doing the same as Cersei, maybe praying to the Raven Queen. And
Arranging her book?
Arranging her books, admiring her new bag.
Her new bag.
Yeah. Rutherford. Dallas is sitting there. He looks up as you kind of back out. He's like, oh, welcome back so soon?
I had a question for you. You're sketching. Do you do portraits of people that, if someone were to describe to you?
I mean, I could attempt it. I can't guarantee how the quality would be since it's not someone I've seen, but I can try. Is there someone you would like me to sketch for you? As he flips over the notebook paper and pulls out a quill and dips it in the ink. If there's someone you want, I can try.
Yes, I would appreciate if you could try. I've tried drawing them myself, but some days are good, some days I can't capture the likeness. Is there somewhere else that we could go while you get this?
Sure. As he stands up, picks up his bag and his tools, and kind of tucks his notepad under one arm, quill still in hand. Where would you like to go? Where would you feel best?
If you have an office inside your storefront or anything,
Oh, well, if that's where you're more comfortable in. I thought maybe you'd want to be outside or outdoors. But we can go to the office.
No, my party doesn't need to know about this. This is more of a personal thing.
Sure. I understand. And
Don't give me that look at
as you start walking down this main street, you take a couple of corners and a couple of turns, but this town is very small. It's not hard to find a very small... It's a studio. As you walk in, there's artwork hanging on the walls as you look at the quality of these maps and everything else. There are different parchments in almost a bookshelf-like structure where they're rolled and furled and put into these different spots. You can assess that these are maybe like duplicate maps of each other. That way there's more copies than just one. It looks like he spent a lot of time handcrafting all of these, and there's different portraits on the walls of other artworks that he's done. You see a couple of people standing in heroic stances. You see a couple of clerics. You see a couple of priestesses and different styles and types, as almost as if like a museum. He's showing off some of his own artwork as well. And you also look over and can look past into the back room that doubles as his living space. As in the back space is a small living room. Well, would you be more comfortable like here or back in?
This is perfect.
Okay. Here, take a seat. As he gestures to a small table that has two chairs off to one side, pushed against the wall next to a portrait of a map. They'll sit down. Just describe to me best you can what they look like, and I'll do my absolute best. As he sits back,
so,
quill in hand, just.
As he's describing, not only does he describe like facial features, hair, eyes, all of that, he also describes personality and character.
So this is a very important question. Are you describing a wolf form, or are you describing a human form?
Human.
Okay. What? Okay.
I knew that was gonna happen.
How do you describe what she looks like?
If I could do it cinematically, I'd say fade to black.
Okay.
I would like to
keep that for a later date.
Keep that for later.
Okay.
Because I don't even know how I would describe that. I did a visual.
I would say I can if you want me to, but we can leave it for later if you'd like.
I'm gonna save that if that ever does come up, but I will be describing her.
Okay. So as you're sitting there describing them, just gets a contemplative look on his face as he's sketching and listening to talk, and the sound of your voice and how you sound when you're talking about them. He's gleaming things off of the way that you're describing them with a voice full of admiration and love as he's continuing to sketch And eventually, oh, that's not that one. And eventually, he stops. So after about 30 minutes of you talking and describing you guys having these conversations of personality and what she was like, he sits back and lifts the quill and turns the notepad to you. Something like this, and depicted before you, and very good, as he rolled a 17, is a portrait of the woman that you've now described to him.
And it looks pretty...
It looks beautiful. It looks just like you remember her.
I'm gonna roll really quick for...
Great. Cool.
See if he cries or not?
Yeah, I saw that coming. A single tear comes out of his injured eye, and he smiles, and he takes it, wraps it up gingerly, and he puts 10 gold on the counter.
Oh, no, you don't need to pay me this much at all. It wasn't that difficult. You were only here for 30 minutes.
You have no idea how meaningful this is to me, and the fact that you captured everything perfectly. Especially seeing the work that you do. You deserve this.
Oh. Mere trinkets compared to the happiness I've brought you, as he will gather the gold. Someone very special to you, I'm sure.
Yes.
She gone.
I don't know.
Well, may the gods go with you, and I hope you find her.
Thank you. It is what I pray about every night.
Well, best of luck then. If you need anything else, you know where to find me.
Thank you very much. And I will leave and head back to the tavern.
You head back to the tavern. You find the rest of your party in the rooms doing various tasks and things. Cersei just coming in about as you come back from her prayers. You entering first and Cersei behind you. Coraline, what you doing up in your room, lovely?
I have a list.
Oh dear. I was ready for it.
Surprising.
So,
What is on your list?
I would like to druidcraft. I'm going to take out a couple of different seeds, like go through all of my seeds and pull out a lot of different varieties. And I'd like to druidcraft a very intricate, very detailed wooden figurine of Lilum from Elia's sister. I would like to make it super detailed, so because she can't see, if she can feel it, she could feel different textures, and if it's from different flowers, use blue petals for her blue dress that I saw her in. So it'd be a depiction of kind of what I saw her at that time.
Sure.
I would also like to druidcraft a bracelet with a lot of moon symbolism, and also a very small symbol of the what is their house name again? The House Vanette, their symbol.
House Vanette,
with a gem right in the center, but I want it to be the quarter size of the Fae crystal.
Okay.
I want that to be the thing.
Sure.
And I'm going to write a very long, nice letter to Elia, asking her very nicely if she would relay this letter to her sister. And it will go about describing the enjoyment Coraline had when she met her on that very night. And it was a brief and exciting and random encounter, but enjoyed it immensely, and I hope they do become good friends in the future. And that her sister Elia is quite a character, and if she would ever like to bust open into her in room again, if she could give a notice before knock first. And I hope that she's smiling while having her sister read this own note about herself to her. And at the very end, it would ask if they would go take care of her horse Athon, who is at the Blue Lantern Inn in their city.
Okay.
And if they could just, get him a little stable in their garden. I'm willing to spend a couple of hours working on these things.
Right, okay, alright.
And if at some point Talos comes in when I'm like druid crafting, I'd be all like,
hello.
like hair would be in like the biggest, messiest, curly fucking bun. So it's like out of her face. Like she would be like in it.
If you were spending a couple hours working on this, depending on what Talos would like to do, I'm sure she would walk in. Talos?
That's my list.
Cool.
So we're sharing the room again, right?
I don't think so.
You're in your own room.
No, I thought, okay, so I am in my own room.
You are in your own room, yes.
Yeah, okay. So I'll knock on the door.
I'll do the same thing and mage hand it as I am busy working. Oh, wait. I open it anyways. Yeah, like, oh shit. Who is this? Sorry, I forget I need to check. Sorry. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi. I haven't heard anything yet about the shadow, by the way. I have been working on it.
God, Talis is so bad at social talking. She will extend the cupcake and give it to you. Like, just place it in your hand. And she'll say, I don't blame you for what happened. It wasn't your fault. And that's it. And she'll just walk away.
Oh my god, I love Talis so much.
We're also socially awkward. It's great.
This is so funny to me. So, yeah, Coraline, as you take it and you're smelling it, all you smell is that scent of oranges and vanilla. As you lick it, it tastes like oranges and vanilla, and it genuinely just reminds you of a dreamsicle.
This is a really weird tidbit about me. I hate orange and cream together.
Which is wonderful.
Hate it.
Which is so
I'm
funny.
not sure if Coraline would, but I
think Coraline would probably like oranges. Like, I think she would probably like it.
Would.
I think she's a
I just can't like get my mind around
that. I love it. It's so funny to me.
I'm all like, that sounds like awful. It's like literally the worst thing.
You're like, wow, I hate it.
God, she must really be mad at me.
I think Coraline would like it though. Anyways.
No, she would like it.
Just scrapes the
frosting off. She would appreciate the sentiment to keep it to the side.
Just you.
She would keep it to the side and maybe drew a little sketch in her sketchbook of her cupcake in the windowsill. And then go back to her druid crafting.
We interrupt this druid crafting for sketching of cupcakes.
Right. No, I'm becoming just a level.
Oh my god. Is there anything any of you want to do before you take your long rest?
Yes! If nobody is interesting me anymore, there is one thing Coraline would like to do after she finishes everything.
Alright, I'll see if the other girls would like to do anything, and I'll come back to Coraline. Talis, is there anything you'd like to do before you take a long rest?
No.
Okay. Cersei? Okay.
That's all I can think of.
Ralliford?
Ooh.
Yep. I'm going to leave a note on my door.
Okay.
That says, we'll be back by morning.
Okay.
I'm going to go to the edge of town where those little trees are.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to... I mean, meditating doesn't really do anything with him, but he's just going to contemplate things, given where he is now on the continent.
Okay. So, how far is your vision?
That's a really good question. I have no idea.
You should look for that for me.
Where do I find that features? I mean, I have dark vision up to 60 feet. I don't know if that...
Just your normal regular vision, if it's longer or not.
How do I...
If you have longer, it should tell you... Let me look at your character sheet real quick.
I don't think that was a thing with Wolfkind.
Okay,
like,
cool. I just wanted to make sure.
Sight.
Okay, I just had to make sure. Okay. So you just go out and contemplate things then.
Yeah.
And you do so. Yes, Cersei.
Before she goes to bed, she is going to send sending to Marin.
Okay.
We don't have to go through the 25 words that she says, but basically it's just a quick little rundown of
other side of the world.
Pretty much like, so went to a ball, went into a cave, came out the other side of the cave, now we are in the other side of the country. Basically just giving her crewmates an update of where she is and that she's fine.
Actually, if you ended on other side of the country, that would have been 22.
Matt, there you go. Anyways, so, yep, you get the premise.
Same, basically, I'm just like, quick rundown of here, this is where I am, I'm fine. Hope you're fine.
I'm fine, thanks. And you send off sending. And
then she'd be gone, but definitely give her a little like...
She definitely responds with basically she basically responds with a glad you're safe. Sounds weird, but not the weirdest thing like the crew has experienced. Like she's like, yeah, weird, but you know what, fair.
I mean, you did pop up.
You're alive? Cool, good.
So. Cool, you're alive? Okay, alright.
Cool mom.
Yeah. She basically is. She's like, okay, as long as you're safe, love.
She's got 2 cool moms going on in her life right now, like, it's good.
She is. Marin's very cool. We love Marin. Alright, perfect. Ralph, anything else you wanted to do this evening, or just go and sit and contemplate and be back that morning?
I'm just sit and contemplate, and that's where I'm sleeping tonight.
Great, okay. Coraline, what are you doing, dearest?
Okay.
And after this, I will say we'll take our break.
Yeah. If it's late into the night, like what time is it? Like it's now, I finished everything.
It's getting later, yes. Now that you've finished everything, it's been a couple of hours. Yeah, it's about 10:30, 11.
Okay. As I'm going to bed, I'm going to write a quick little note. I'm going to try to see you tonight, and I'm going to close my book, and I'm going to lay down my book next to me. I'm going to take out the crystal. I'm going to uncork it and have it out. And as I remembered it was around me, I'm going to lay it on my maybe stomach now. See if it grows.
I watched all 3 of the others just like...
Wait, before I do this, I'm going to have Scritches go hang out on the windowsill of Talus's room.
Okay.
And I'm going to message him in my mind, be all like, you know, if I start dying, please contact somebody. And then I'm going to sleep.
Okay. You sleep.
See if it gets bigger.
Okay.
Why the mother? Lord.
Okay.
Alright, cool.
Cool.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, cool. Cool. Alright, so you take your long rest.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Coraline is not grown.
It's not grown?
Nope.
Fuck.
But I do need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, cool.
It probably hasn't grown because it's not alive anymore.
Well, I have to make a Constitution saving throw, so let's see what that does.
Guess we'll find out.
Wait, I have... Oh, it's... No.
Mm-hmm.
Three.
Well, okay, well that...
I'm not using the yellow die anymore.
That is not the case. So, Coraline, you wake up.
Okay. I wake up.
Pretty
Guys,
sleep-
we're in a good spot already.
Or you're awake. Good job. Pretty restful night, actually. Pretty restful. Not as bad as the other sleepy you've experienced. And you wake up. You kind of look at this crystal that you had put on. It doesn't seem to be moving. But you start coughing. And it takes you a good 5 minutes to finally get that feeling out of your throat as you're coughing and hacking and finding it a little hard to breathe. After about 5 minutes pass, it passes.
Now, do I think it's just like, oh, I might be getting sick, or, I totally fucked up with my mojo?
It feels more like a sick cough.
You're trying to grow a crystal out of your belly button now.
I mean, that's not Steven Universe.
This is not Steven Universe.
Is that what happens in Steven Universe?
No, he just has a gem in his belly button. Yeah.
Belly button.
It's a whole thing. Anyways, we don't have time to go into all of that.
I don't watch that show.
So
it was a good reference.
It was a good. See, thank you. All right.
And I didn't even know.
So, you all start waking up. You're able to have your breakfast and everything else. There, we'll take a break, and we'll come back in like 5 or 10 minutes, however long it takes us. So we will be right back. In the meantime, we're going to run an ad for the lovely Clerical Airs lovely company, Arcane Wares, which will be at Gen Con. They are going to be promoting some of their stuff, which is lovely. I love Din showing off the Arcane Wares merch. It's so good. But we will be back in 5-10 minutes. We'll be back. Boop. just as Din sat down. That was good timing.
Hey.
As soon as I transitioned us, you came back. All right, perfect. So you all have awoken in the morning. Coraline having a bit of a coughing fit for a couple of minutes, and then seemingly passing. The rest of you wake up. What would you like to do? Are you immediately headed to Orlok? What are your plans?
Probably before they leave is when I get back.
Okay. So, right.
So we're all just having dinner or breakfast without him, just like all like, okay.
It's kind of quiet. Kind of quiet. And then in through the front door strolls Relaford, as they then gather a large tankard of coffee.
Where have you been all day or night?
Oh, just around. Although it feels nice to be greeted at the door with a tankard of coffee.
You could thank Raven for that.
Yeah, it was absolutely Raven. Raven came downstairs and made sure that you had it.
Although I will say I got the decent amount of sleep. So I don't need coffee. No, that's a lie. I always need coffee.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, that does sound quite right.
It's a little grumpy in the morning. A little grumpy boy. But alright. So you're able to enjoy your meal of breakfast, which is pancake and bacon. Quite a large portion of bacon for Relaford. But the little halfling who owns the inn and the tavern has made sure that the breakfast that he's cooked for you this morning is very good. As one, he feels a little bit bad for bringing up to tell us about the shadow, and also he doesn't get many patrons. They kind of come and pass through, so he tries to send them off with at least a good breakfast. He's left you to your devices as you are able to enjoy your meal. Is there any conversation that you want to have before you leave? Now I can hear the boo-boo. Now I can hear her dreaming. I'm the smallest of little whines.
You must be like chasing something. She's not usually this one.
She's gotta be.
Little dreaming puffer.
Cute.
I'll mute myself.
You're okay.
Better off
They're
quickly.
so small. Alright, is there anything you'd like to do at the breakfast table?
Do I have any lingering effects?
No, not that you've noticed. Hold on. Sorry, the cat was trying to unplug things. I was like, boy, I've watched him come up over the chair and start unplugging. I was like, stop.
No lingering effects.
No lingering effects that you've noticed.
Hey, tell us when you come back from talking to the barmaid. Can you? For ya.
What?
Get the thing you were ordering. The thing.
Yeah, because you were off talking to the tavern owner. Totally.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
Extra pancake.
Got extra pancake.
Blueberry syrup.
I was wondering if I could see that dagger you have with the cool blue crystal on the top.
Dagger. Yeah. I'll give it to Coraline.
I look at the blue crystal I have in my jar. It's back in my little jar. Is it the same?
Yeah, they look the same.
Mine doesn't look like it's inert or anything. It has. Does hers look like
I already tried jabbing it.
Yes.
It didn't work. While you were being crystallized, I did jab the crystal with the crystal knife.
Oh.
Nothing.
Mm-hmm. Flip it back or hand it back over to you because I don't know how to flip daggers. It's not my forte. Just give it back.
You hand it back, yes.
Just contemplating, thinking. I give Scritches little foods. Make him, like, I'll have him fly around, like, throw things in the air and have him, like, swoop down and, like, pick it out of the air.
So.
It's my entertainment. I'm a little pissed. Angry. Just a little irritated.
As you all are enjoying your breakfast, there, after some time, Dallas actually pokes his head in the door. This white tiefling pokes his head. I hate to interrupt your breakfast, but I remember you mentioning that you were headed to Orlog. I didn't think you would all want to walk there, so I procured you some mounts, if you want them, of course.
Well, you're the friendliest, just random local we've ever ran into.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Actually, Coraline, there's a lot of small towns are filled with very nice and pleasurable people.
What's in it for you, Dallas?
The man just wants to help.
I don't need anything. I just thought maybe you didn't want to
I
walk.
accidentally throw a piece of food and it hits him on the side of the head.
Can I try to catch it?
Yes, if make an athletics.
I was cocked, sorry. Oh, athletics you said? Hold on, I need a calculator.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
I
don't know basic math. I know what this number's gonna turn out to be if I'm correct. Yeah, I'm correct. It's the one number I do remember. 26.
26. Okay, you let go of this little piece that Ralph, seeing what's going, quickly catches it.
I'd like to catch it and slam it down onto the table. This man has done nothing but be nice.
I was trying. My bird accidentally flies into your face because it was dive bombing for the food. By the way,
I'd like to block the bird.
Okay, with the 26, you're able to block the bird and kind of like catch it. You're like, okay, oh, all right. Dallas is standing there looking. He's like,
and I thought I wasn't a morning person. And I turn around to Dallas. I'm so sorry. I don't know if the
It's totally understandable.
journey.
I'm going to say you all run into a lot of unsavory types with the way that this conversation is going. No, see, there's just if you'll deliver these mounts to the one of the other people in Orlok, that's all I was going to ask you to do, was just take them over there for me. Obviously use them as mounts to get over there, but also deliver them to the rightful owner. We had some people bring them here and then travel, but then just take them back. So
I'm gonna look back at the group.
Can I insight check him?
yeah, absolutely.
And I'll say in the meantime, how convenient.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, you know what? I'll insight too, just because I want what I say next to actually have meaning, and I'm not good at insight, so I hope this is
Okay.
15.
Okay, 15.
18.
Okay, 18. So, you insight check him. He's a little nervous, outwardly, just because he's being questioned, and this is not the type of reaction that he was thinking he was going to get. However, he is being honest that a party did use these to get from Orlok to here, and left them here, and they just need to be transported back.
Okay. We'll take the horses, but we're watching.
I look
I
back.
wish I could just like go to the shadows.
I look back like I'd say that's a reasonable cause to be giving us mounts. Honestly.
So, hearing Talos say horses, he's like, oh, they're not horses.
what?
Are they mules?
No.
Are they birds?
Also no.
Can I look
Here,
out the
just-
window?
Just come outside. As he steps outside, you see his head pop back.
I.
And as you come outside, I need to put this image in the
Oh my
Discord for you guys
lord.
too.
Oh, I'm immediate. This is. Do we have
Please
to
be
give
more
them
about it.
these?
Please be
I'm
more
not sure
about
what
it.
it is,
Be
but
more
I
about
want
it.
it.
I don't
I
know,
want
we'll
it for
see how
myself.
much you want to pay for them. Hold on. Let me grab the screenshot real quick here. I say screenshot, but I have the module too. Alright,
Are they wintry?
So, as you come around the corner to see what Dallas is referring to as not a horse, you are met with 5 creatures. Creatures of which are normally a lot smaller than what you're currently looking at, because in front of you sits trail snails.
Oh my god!
5 large snails with bags across their shells, strapped to the sides, little things here and there across their shells, as they're all just kind of sitting there together at where you would tie off a horse, as all 5 of them just are happily munching on some lettuce that seems Dallas has fed them.
I
I think we wanted to get there within a day. I feel like with those mounts, we might be there in a year.
These are a little bit more special than that. They're actually very quick. That's the joke. They're snails, but actually very fast.
I imagine their size being larger than actual snails.
Yes, they are. They are the largest snails that you have ever seen in your life. They are basically the size of a horse. They're easily able to be mounted and sat on.
Escargot?
Escargot? You are correct.
Can they handle a 6'7"?
Yes, they can.
Alright, cool.
What kind of party
so cute.
A party going to some festival of some sort. They were lovely. They were great, but yeah, they didn't need them anymore. So they dropped them off here. I just was going to take them back myself, but I figured there's 5 of you. You're going that way. You might as well use them.
Of course. Who are we handing these off to?
Oh, I'll get their name and address for you. Just give me a second. I'll step away for a moment.
I follow up real close to him. Would you happen to have an extra box lying around? I see that you've carried a couple of maps and stuff and such.
Besides box.
About this big. Like, if you wanted to, keep your shoes in a box, it'd be about that size, like a shoe box-ish size.
Yeah, I can find you a box. Sure, I'll find you a box, and
like a wooden one.
Kind of steps away. Okay, I'll go. I'll write down this address and I'll find you a box. Hold on. You can pet them if you want. They're friendly. They won't bite you or anything.
Just 100%
I wanna poke the eye and see if it
Yes. Tell us you walk over. You poke the eye as this one is just munching on this lettuce. It just shrinks.
Did you happen to have bacon this morning?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think you might have had some salt on that bacon as well.
Why are you being mean to the poor things?
So there's 5 variety of snail. They're all
I like
the same
mixtures
snail.
before I finished.
But there's a snail with a blue shell, a green shell, a red shell, a black shell, and an orange snail.
I did some black. I immediately go to the black one.
Green. What was it? Blue, green, black.
Green shell. I call green shell.
Green shell? Okay.
I
you
see
say
Raven
red?
walking over to the black shell,
Yes,
and I
there's a red.
push her away, and I'm all like, you know it is. You can go have the red one. That's your hair. Mine. Black's my baby.
I'll take orange.
Okay. Alright. So as you approach these animals, will you all roll me animal handling checks, please?
Hi, Sheldon.
Oh my god.
Sheldon? Lord.
Mine, I'm definitely going to be calling escargot.
Escargot.
Oh no. Escargot doesn't like me very much.
15.
Okay, perfect.
Riding a black die because I'm riding a black snail and I can't rise my thing.
5.
Okay.
Oh no!
19.
19, okay.
14 plus 4 is 18.
Alright, they're snails. It was more of an average amongst the group, so you're pretty easily able to walk up to these snails. They seem pretty friendly. They're happily munching on their lettuce. The one that Talos pokes its eye socket just kind of shrinks. And after a second, raises his eye again and continues munching on its lettuce. Eventually, Dallas comes back.
Lettuce and what's going on the heads of lettuce and just slowly feeds it to me this is so cool.
Eventually, Dallas comes back, sees you all have chosen a snail. Okay, I've got a box for you, and hands it to Coraline as he gives you a wooden box with a wooden lid. I'm not sure why you need it, but I hope this accommodates whatever you're needing.
Appreciate it so much, thank you.
Of course. And then here's the address, looking around if you to hand it to. Here. And you see that it is for a man named Borin, and he is a gnome. And he's got a short description there and an address. Yeah, these are his. If you'll just take them to him, I'd really appreciate it. He's a great guy. I'm sure you'll love him.
Thank you so much for this little opportunity. It's really helpful for us. And if we can help you, that's amazing.
Yeah, of course. Not a problem. I figured not a lot of people get to ride on a trail snail, so figured the opportunity was there. You might as well take it.
Now, this is quite an opportunity. Never thought that would happen.
You're like, literally, though.
What? Who'd thought?
Who'd have thought? Trail snails.
Or your mother didn't know they came in this place.
Val has, but I have no idea why this picture is here, but I know what the trail snail needs to be as my friend. I'll just say.
Val just like, I don't know why there's a snail, but it's got to be my buddy.
So, and I will currently. So they are going to take on the attributes of a horse mount.
Cool.
So there's that, in case you want it. So they have a speed of 60 feet.
Oh, they are speedy, heck.
Just so you're aware. And shout out to our lovely Jackophobia, who is the one who made these. These are actually from the Adventuring with Pride module that I love so much to run. So shout out to our lovely Jackophobia, who's currently working on the second edition of that. But Jack's wonderful, and that is where this image is actually from. It is the Adventuring with Pride, so which is an LGBTQ themed module and supplement. It's great. It's really fun to run.
Speed snake.
Which is what the party that you guys are taking these from is actually what it was. Is who I ran that party for, was the Adventuring with Pride module. But anyways, so you all now have a mount each of a large trail snail. There's a couple of bags where you can put your things if that you need to. There's a lantern on each one to light any darkness that might come in while you're traveling. And Dallas says, is there anything else that I can help you guys with? Or if you don't understand like how these guys work, he pats one on the shell.
You just sit and it goes, right?
Yeah, oh, hold on. As he gets little halters to put around their face and it kind of throws them back over their necks. There you go. They're pretty responsive. These guys are pretty well trained.
Where do they come from?
Oh, Bourne breeds them, actually. I don't know quite how he made them, but he breeds them and everything else over there.
When you said that you patted the shell, my brain just went to, this baby will go so far.
that was exactly the bit I was going for. I'm so glad.
So good. I'm just over here just like, oh my lord. That's the
Not a slug. It's a snail.
Look at its cute little helmet.
Oh, Bandana. Good as the snails. I'm so happy.
Yeah, no, they're pretty easy. They're pretty well trained. Boren raises them and everything else over there. I'm sure he'll answer any questions you might have about them. But they're pretty nice little creatures, actually. Pretty fast.
Oh. Okay. Do you know if there's a mailing service here, or do you have to go to somewhere more popular? Like, do they come through here often?
Oh, messengers?
Is it the snail mail service?
I'm so glad someone made that joke, otherwise Dallas was going to. I was like, please someone make the joke, I don't want to have to do it.
I got you, Ivy, I got you.
This is why I love my girls. So, the messengers normally pass through here every once in a while. Are you wanting me to send something out? I can make sure they can...
Is there a certain place that you drop off packages and stuff?
Normally the barkeeps are pretty good about messengers stopping into any of the taverns.
Go.
Oh, okay. Alright. I'll get this one ready for her, I guess, as he starts making sure, like, everything is secure, like, the lantern is tied down, everything is attached. Is there anything else you'd like to do before you head out?
I want to ride the snail.
They're pretty cute, I will say.
I just send out the thing. I make, like, I have, clothes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna wrap it in one of my nicer, if I find any nicer material, I'll wrap the figurine and the bracelet in with that and leave the letter on top, and I'll again leave a cute little orange rose inside the box, and I will tie it up with I don't know, I'm not sure if they have a ribbon. Do you have a ribbon? I can use real quick.
As he looks in the corner, yeah, here, somebody left it. As he pulls out a very long white ribbon. Here you go. I think that's in somebody's hair.
And I'll leave the address on like a little note on top. Can you please send this out to the next messenger?
Oh, yeah, absolutely not a problem. I'll keep it here with me until they come and get it.
It's in beautiful scrawling of like to Lady Elia Burnett of House Burnett.
Yeah, I'll make sure
Esquire.
I choose this with much care as he puts it under the counter.
Now, don't you just like pay a bit more for like priority mail, or is there like?
As soon as the messenger comes in, I'll let him know he needs to get there with urgency.
Alright, I'll give the person, I don't know how, I don't think she knows how money works. 15 gold to like try to get it go faster. Well, like make sure
he kind of looks at the girl, he's like,
money works, you guys.
This is a bit much.
Oh, is it? How much is it normally?
It's normally like a gold piece as he pushes back the 14. At least for parcels of this size.
I'll push back 3 more and like, you know. Alright.
Checking my 3.
Perfect.
Alright, and come back after paying for your parcel to be delivered. Would you all like to mount the snails?
Snails! Snails!
Yes, we would.
So,
Snails.
Absolute snails.
Snails.
I knew this was going to be great when I gave them to you. I was like, ah, yes, snails.
By these snails.
So you're all able to mount your snails, and as you do so, they kind of start shifting, like they're antsy, getting ready to go, and Dallas, alright, just ride safe. They are pretty good about going pretty fast, avoiding any troubles, anything like that. Just stay safe, and like I said, I'll let Boren know. I sent a message ahead that they'd be coming probably this week, so he shouldn't be too surprised when we show up. I didn't tell him who was bringing them, so it might be a little surprise, but that shouldn't be too bad. But
thank you.
and they eat lettuce. I've put some lettuce in their bags, so that way if you need to feed them along the way.
Gonna feed the snail.
Gonna feed the snail. Gonna feed the snail.
Cersei's very pumped sitting on top of the snail, like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
on a snail.
Same energy from Coraline.
On a
When we're both like, I can't believe this is a thing that happened in the world.
We were giving them snails.
Brad's totally unfazed.
Brad's like, yes, a snail.
yes, snails of an unusual size. Excellent.
Instead of rodents. Perfect. Alright, so you all are on your snails and you are able to start heading out. And you kind of jerk a little as you're not quite expecting the snails to go as fast as they do, but their speed is 60, so they're kind of able to move very quickly.
Now, so like horses make like a galloping sound, so like what noise do we make? We're all like, hiya!
They're pretty quiet, actually. That's like just, you do see that you're leaving a little bit of a trail of slime behind you, but you watch as it starts drying and you don't see it anymore as you start moving along.
That's
After
dope.
a certain amount of distance, it just kind of fades away.
Boy, Dallas.
Bye! Tell Boren I say hi!
Your snails.
Anytime! Come back and see me anytime! So he kind of waves as you guys leave.
Dungeons and Dragons, my friend.
Snails.
Dungeons, Dragons, and snails.
Snails. You're correct.
Sometimes dragons, sometimes snails.
Sometimes dragons, sometimes snails.
While we're on the road, I'm gonna bring my snail towards, like, in between Talus and Coraline.
Okay.
So, what was with the hostility?
He was too nice.
That's
No one has
It was
ever that
kind of weird
name
because we
come out.
immediately were, he made it seem like he got his horses. Like, those are expensive, correct? I mean, I guess we're doing a job for somebody, so that makes way more sense.
So you're confused as to why he would do this when it's for free when we're doing him a favor? I mean, it makes sense. I don't understand.
Well, no. Once we knew that we were
Yeah, it made sense.
So why be hostile at front? I don't understand.
It was too nice. It was sus.
Didn't we meet him yesterday?
Yes,
That's why we were expecting that. We were thinking that it was probably something weird.
And I paid him for a map that he said he didn't want money for, and I also paid him for something else.
See, that's not normal.
Much larger than what was due.
What was this something else?
Oh, I just had him chat something up for me. But besides that, he could just be a kind man. There are many small towns around here that are full of
That's
kind
true.
people.
You're right.
There was nothing that we did that would have set him off to be sus, as you say, to us.
Yeah, no. If someone shows that kind of kindness, the first thing you do is not trust it.
I mean, I don't say that I trust this man, but he has done nothing to have me lose the trust that I already have at first. Until he does something, I don't see... Obviously, there are some people, like Quill, who obviously is untrustworthy, but we heard otherwise of why he would be untrustworthy. This person has done nothing to us.
Sometimes it's better to be proactive than reactive.
In certain circumstances, maybe. But not everything is a threat in life.
Yeah. I don't think that way. That's all. I'm not saying that he's a bad person. I'm just saying that I'm not going to trust someone right off the bat.
I understand that.
Especially if they show kindness with no interest in...
Oh, but you liked me right from the beginning, and I was pretty kind to you.
Who are you directing that at?
Talus.
That I trusted you in the beginning?
You liked me in the beginning.
Yeah, but I didn't trust you.
Do you trust me now?
I do.
Insight check.
I was about to
even
say,
though she has your name in her book?
Are you trying to be deceptive, Talus?
No.
Well, damn. I rolled a 19. So I just go...
Either way, I mean, when you first met Coraline, you weren't hostile.
No, because she acted like a normal person who doesn't just give away horses who happen to be snails who happen to have to go to another town. Point is, something wasn't given to me for not a price in return. That's just not something.
Yes, but we also didn't let them finish his sentence.
She was yelling in the library. I don't think that was very normal.
Well, neither was us getting attacked by a suit of armor and flying books, but I can't really say anything in this world is normal. I've seen enough things to know that.
You've been rude to other people in the past. We were just being cautious.
I think he was delightful.
And you fault us on that.
I think he was delightful. Cersei over there happily on her snails.
I think you've been awfully quiet. Do you have anything to say about that?
Raven is also very much engrossed in the snail.
Seems about right.
Raven's probably working on the book as she continues.
I agree. We should have been nicer. I'm sorry. You're right.
I don't necessarily am wanting an apology out of this. I just was trying to see your reasoning, which I do understand, Talus. I do see where you're coming from. but what you saw of the small interactions that we had, I had lots more interactions with him, so there's two sides to every coin. But I think if we are trying to get answers from people, it probably would be best to just act friendlier if we don't trust them at first bit. What was that?
That was the pooper. That was my dog. She's walking around the living room. I don't know what she's doing. Anyway, so as you all are happily and, extremely overjoyed at your snails, Cersei, as you're traveling, they do move very quickly. You find yourselves moving very quickly and very fast. Would you all roll me a perception check, please?
Perception.
Yes,
Oh, my
perception.
14.
Cool. Okay.
8.
8. Okay.
9.
Okay.
15.
Okay. So, those of you who rolled above a 13, so you might be a little distracted with maybe how bizarre it is to have someone actually be kind, and not expect anything in return, or just mulling over how you may have felt when in that moment. But for those of you who do see it, as you're traveling on this trail with your trail snails moving fairly quickly, out of the corner of your eye you see a humanoid figure face down in a ditch off to one side.
Don't be suspicious.
He's clearly unmoving.
Before I do anything, I lean over really quickly for a fast comment to tell us, no, this is the proper situation to be absolutely suspicious of. And then I get to talk to the snail.
Okay.
How do you pull over a snail?
Think of it as the horse.
How do you pull over a horse?
Backwards and say, whoa.
Cersei circles for a second with the snail in a circle, and then it stops. Kind of figuring out what she's wanting, it just kind of slowly halts and slows down. Ralph, as you get off and approach, you see an elf. His clothing is dark, he's wearing browns and blacks, he is face down, unmoving.
Does he look familiar?
No, he does not.
Coraline hops off and goes up to him.
Ooh, before that happens,
Yes.
Mage Hand. I'm gonna flip him over.
Okay. Flop! Okay. So.
I mean, gently. I'm not just gonna pancake him.
Mage hand.
Spatula him.
Wake up! Wake up!
So, as you approach,
10 pounds of force.
As Talos gently flips this individual over, you see it is an elven man, kind of elderly. He looks old. And you all are aware that elves live for a very long time, so he must be very old for it to actually showing as wrinkles in his face. As you look at him, he slowly breathes. Short, raspy breath, but you realize as you look down at him, his eyes are open. However, they are milky white. There's no pupils. There's nothing there. It's almost as if two scales are over his eyes with the amount of just pure white that they are.
Can Cersei try to run a medicine check or something?
You absolutely can roll for
how
this.
he is?
Yes, you
She's
absolutely
gonna-
roll for this.
We're going to doctor mode.
As he's doing that, I'm gonna kneel down and try to give him a health potion.
Okay.
Hey, sir, are you okay?
His voice is raspy. Where am I?
You're on the road from Mary, what?
I would know what it is, but
Okay. Alright,
Is it 1D?
what did you roll for your medicine, Cersei?
An 18 plus 7.
Okay.
So that's 25?
Oh, perfect. So that.
Yep.
So you're
Medicine.
thinking that you don't see this often. In fact, you maybe have only seen it once or twice before. Normally, it's not a common thing, so to see this is a little odd to you, as you realize that the man in front of you has a very painful infection and disease in his eyes known as sight rot.
He healed 6 hit points. I'm not sure if that does anything from the health potion I gave him.
Okay. So looking at him, he seems disoriented, as in he's not sure. I was just walking and I lost my way. My vision started getting blurry. I wasn't sure where I was. I couldn't see anything. How far did I walk?
Where were you walking to?
I was just trying to find anywhere to go, somebody to help me. As he sits up at this point, and he rubs at his eyes and he realizes that he can't see. What's wrong with me? This is...
You have something wrong with your eyes. It's okay. It's okay.
You're not feeling very well, and that's okay. We will take you to a place where we can get you a doctor.
What's your name?
Okay. My name is Marvis.
Pleasure
Do you
to meet
have
you,
a name?
Marvis.
A longer one? Marvis of...
Marvis, Duststone.
Where were you coming from?
I think... Well, I was going from Mayberry to Orlick, but I don't know how long I've been out here.
You said that you needed help? Was it because your eyes were acting up?
Yeah, they went blurry. I can't see anything. I can't see you. I can't see anyone.
Do you have any idea why your eyes are going that way? Did you have any interesting interactions with any new people or any new things?
No.
Marvis, how old are you?
At that, he gets a slight smile. Very old.
Okay. Were you going to a festival by chance?
No, I was just walking to Orlick. Why can't I see?
You have a condition called sight rot. Your eyes are kind of going bad very quickly right now. Luckily for you, we are heading towards Orlick, so hopefully we can find someone to help the situation.
Okay.
I don't currently have anything on me that can help with that.
Right. If you'll take me there, I would appreciate that.
Right. We have snails. They're actually very fast.
Snails.
Speedy ones.
It's okay. They have it'll be easy for you to sit down on it. And I'll bring him over to mine to have him sit down. And once he's situated and holding on tight, I'll go over to Talus's.
He's sitting there. And you see him occasionally rub his eyes, trying to see if anything happens, trying to see if it gets better, and it doesn't.
Don't touch your eyes.
Marvis, do you need water or anything? Are you hungry? Do you have any other pain?
No, I'm okay. I had my water with me, and I had a snack. I should be okay. I just would like to see again.
Wow, how are you laying face down on the floor?
I kind of fell and just didn't move. I figured somebody would either find me or wouldn't.
We'll take care of it. We'll find a way to take care of you.
I whisper over to Talus.
It's so hard not to be suspicious, but I want to insight check.
No, yeah, I was gonna whisper to Talus, like, does that seem truthful to you? My insight's shit, so I'm asking you.
15.
Okay.
I need to stop using this one too. It's not very good.
I don't think I know that.
I heard typing. I am nervous.
Oh, that's fine.
Tippity type.
It was somebody who was enjoying the trail snails.
Trail snails, they're so great.
It was the lovely Jordy from Dice Cream Sandwich that is enjoying the trail snails.
Best snails.
Best snails.
Goodest snails. Favorite snails.
So, whatever they roll, what did you get for insight? You said 15?
15.
Okay. So, he doesn't seem to be lying. It's hard to get a read on him just because his facial expression is more that of anxiety and concern at the fact that he can't see. It's almost like a shock that's not getting better. But he doesn't seem to be lying. He seems to just have gotten to the point of wandering around where he was tired and gave up.
Okay. Coraline, is he going to void with you, or do you want him to void with me?
Oh, I put him on my snail, and I'm riding with Talus.
Well, I don't think he should be he can't see. He can't drive a
Let him
snail.
in. I don't.
Well, the snail doesn't know what to do with a snail.
We can tie the snails
You
together.
could probably tie the snails together. It'll work like you do with horses.
We can't have him driving a snail.
He's blind!
You don't put a blind man on a horse.
We just met him. We don't know if he's good or not.
See, the blind man on a snail. You don't put him on the horse.
You can't put a blind man on a snail.
Oh,
Yes.
I was not expecting more dilemmas this evening. Do you put a blind man on a snail?
We'll tie his snail to mine. Do you think he can handle not falling off him? Have a good grip
I
on
mean,
him?
it's a snail. I feel like it's a lot more stable and less, frothy than a horse.
Just as he did fall over on the side of the road.
Less trophy. Yes. No, he should be okay if you tie him to your snail. And you're able to do so pretty easily, and the snail will ride alongside. And you are able to continue with now the very blind Marvis tied off to Cersei's snail. And then you begin approaching Orlok again with a newfound companion that you're not sure about yet. And it's there that we'll end the session. That way Raven will have some time on her trail snail.
Yay! Snails in the world.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you guys got to have your trail snails.
So happy.
But,
Love these
we will
snails.
be back in 2 weeks. You can find the lovely Raven, who had to vanish early at Calgary Comic-Con, where she is presenting at one of the panels on Sunday. So if you're at Calgary Comic-Con, that's where she is. You can see me next week at Gen Con with Dice Cream Sandwich on the main stage, and also competing in the cosplay competition on Saturday. So,
Wait, what are you cosplaying as? Are you able to give us a sneak peek?
I am cosplaying as my Autumn Poison Ivy, which has not yet made its debut on stage. I also have made a piranha plant prop that's about this big, that's made completely out of foam, which is really cool.
I love this.
So you can
Pop
watch
off my lead!
that. You can watch that. Actually, the cosplay competition will be hosted on Gen Con's Twitch as well. So if you want to watch it there it will be streamed. So, but yeah, so you can see us there. You can find me over Mondays on Dice Cream Sandwich, Wednesdays on Lark Network, Fridays over here, and shortly on Tuesdays you'll be able to find me over at dinner and a game where I'll be playing a lovely vampire in a Vampire's Masquerade game.
Ooh.
Yeah. You can find all of my lovely individuals that are my players at their handles on TikTok, Instagram, etc., as well as some of their other streams, so keep an eye out for that. And we will be back hopefully in 2 weeks with a full cast yet again. So, have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.